protein to the sky. Get high, get high, get high, get high. Take the protein to the sky. Put that fiber in your waist. Drink that water every day. Exercise, energize. Strength and tone at your own pace. Oh, get low, get low, get low, get low. On the carbs, on the carbs. Get high, get high, get high, get high. Take the protein to the sky. Low carb queen is here to say, do weight loss in your own way. Just watch the carbs that intake. Throw that processed food away. Yeah, yeah. Get low, get low, get low, get low. On the carbs, on the carbs. Get high, get high, get high.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. Yes. Let's see who's here. Joshua's always first. Hey Joshua, so glad to have you here. Felicia Marie B, hey, how are you? So glad to have you in the building. Hi, how are you doing? Harjareen, how are you doing? So glad to have you in the building. And Real Journal Talk with V, how are you doing? So glad to have you in the building. I was over there. I was all in your your last video. I think when you were talking about the Zepbound and the Mounjaro being the same. That was a good conversation. That was a great conversation. Argerine is speaking. Felicia Marie is speaking. Miss Toy, the review. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I had to try to look normal again. I've been looking crazy. Thank you. But you know, I'm in that. Have y'all seen the lady? I think I mentioned that before on the Do Not Care. I think it's the DNC. I think she's on TikTok or Instagram. Part of the perimenopause, postmenopause, I Do Not Care. But yeah. So guys, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you so much. I have got a lot to talk about. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Marjorie. Thank you. You know, see, when you and I'm gonna try to stay on task, but you know, when you have a certain background, you know, it just some things. I mean, it's fine. You know, first of all, I'm an only child. Second of all, I've been a pastor and a pastor's wife forever. Okay, and so, you know, that kind of comes with it. But anyway, that's another story and another channel. But yeah, thank y'all so much for being here. I have a lot of things that I wanted to talk about. Number one, well, I put in there memberships are in. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I was invited, you know, I applied for you know how they say, we'll let you know when you can apply. Well, they let me know that I could apply. And that was like at least maybe a week and a half or more ago. And I kept clicking. It was like, do this first. You had to do like a security, step 2 security. And it took me a minute to realize that that's what I had to do on this channel. So got through that, got through the some other little things that you had to go through. And yeah, make a long story short, now they're approving my badges and my perks and my levels. I only did 2 levels. And so I'm waiting for them to approve those, and then the memberships will launch. I'm excited about that. And then right after that, comes the full monetization. I have some more watch hours to go before I hit that full monetization. Although they're doing something new from when I was monetized on my other channel, because I got the notification that said you can apply to the YouTube partnership. You are monetized, and I was like, but I don't have 4,000 watch hours yet. But favor is not fair. So I was just excited. I was so excited. So I was like, well, what does this mean? Let's see what it says here. Yeah. Yeah, this one right here. It was, I don't even know when this was, but it was saying you could apply to this was September 12th, where it says, y'all can't see that. You can apply to the partnership, the YouTube, whatever it is. I'm about to go into my phone and mess up. But yeah, so it's taken me all the way from then till now. Oh yeah, see, so when was this? This was yesterday when I was trying to finish up all the little stuff. And it says, can y'all see that? It says you are now a YouTube partner. Ching ching. A YouTube partner. So that's always exciting. Um, if you have over 1,000 subscribers, and I did a video on that on my other channel, if you have over 1,000 subscribers, there's like, I think less than 10% that reach even 1,000 subscribers. So, if you're there already, that's good. And if you're not there, keep pushing, because we're going to push you. One of the things for sure, and then I'll move away from that, shorts bring you subscribers. We know that. Videos bring you watch hours. For real. Shorts will bring you subscribers hands down. 2 to 3 shorts a week. They will give you subscribers. If you do, 2 or 3 a day, your numbers will increase. But you won't get any watch hours. So you have to do those videos. Like I'm an expert now. I just got, I just entered it. I'm an expert. Okay. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you, Real Journal Talk. Thank you, Harshari. Thank you, Miss Toy, the review. I appreciate y'all. Listen, we're gonna push each other. We are definitely going to push each other. So if you need, watch hours or subscribers, I'm here to help. Just let me know. But I'm telling you, if you want to get those up. You can also get subscribers from TikTok, but they don't stay. Your TikTok subscribe. Well, a lot of the subscribers don't stay. I love all of that stuff. I just did a video over on my other channel, Pastor Kim's Corner. If you didn't see it, go over there. It's on the analytics. Analytics, y'all. I mean, I was all into it. So yeah. But anyway, I digress. So that's the first thing. The second thing, I don't know if Traces of Twan will watch this. She was cutting up on her other live. My Cologuard came in, my results, and all is well, okay? I gave them what they needed, not too much, not da 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 da. If y'all were over there, y'all know. So yeah, everything came in, everything came out great. I don't have to even look at that for another 3 years. So I'm grateful for that. I am getting a breast exam this month coming up, October. So just trying to get all of that stuff done. Oh, yeah. Oh, listen. Look, first of all, hold up. Toy, I'm done. I'm tapping out. I have my, thank you again, Harjarine. I have my hula hoop. I will be doing my hula hoop, but I am tapped out of the 50 squats challenge, okay? It is what it is. I did 20. I did 11 the first day. Yesterday, I did 20 in the chair. Let me tell y'all something. My legs, my knees, particularly my left knee, was hurting me so bad today. I was limping. Somebody said something to me. I said, I'm doing this 50 squat challenge and I haven't even done 50 squats. They were like, do you like your knees? I was like, exactly. Exactly. So I'm gonna have to find another way to get the glutes and the thighs and all of that. Nope, tapped out. I'll be doing 5. Okay, I told you I had an IEP. I have a personalized education plan. Okay, individualized IEP, individualized education plan. That's what I have. I have to be modified. It has to be modified. So if I do it, it's definitely going to be modified. There's no way I'm not doing 50 at all. Definitely not doing 20 anymore. I don't like pain. I don't like pain. Marjorie said, you got time. Do it while you're watching the live. Oh, okay, she gonna do her 50. Toy talking about it's only 6 more days. Yeah, right. It's 6 more days, Toy, in about 20 years. 6 more days in about 20 years difference, okay? Marjorie said, I've been tapping out every day. Pretty much. Listen, I appreciated you giving us those different ways. So I was like, okay, well, I'll do the chair. I'm just gonna have to find something else, some other kind of way to work on it, cause you know. Felicia said, not I. Yes, absolutely. Yes, I do, and I'm okay with that. So yeah. But the hula hoop, I'm enjoying that, and yeah, I was like, y'all saw it last night. I was like, oh my God, it's after 11 o'clock. I got to do this hula hoop. I got to. So we had to get to that. The other thing is, let me see what else. What else did I have in my thumbnail? I wanted to talk about the breaking news. I'm trying to hold on to that and save it. Let's see. We had some trivia questions last week. We didn't finish them. I think we left off with how long does it take your brain to register fullness? Hold on, let me see if I can share my screen. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Toy Review. She said she's gonna give me a free pass. Thank you so much. Um, let's see, I'm trying to share my screen. Bop, 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 bop. So that y'all can see this. Don't make this difficult. Okay, let's see. What is that? 30 seconds or is that babies? What's that? What does that mean? Share my screen. Okay. Just let me pick what I want to pick on here. All right, when I start touching this thing, it's going to go. All right, so I think we did this one last week. How long does it take your brain to register fullness? Is it A, 5 minutes, B, 10 minutes, or C, 20 minutes? Put that in the chat for me. Arjurine saying, let's see. Okay. All right. Everybody is saying B. I see Felicia says B. Real Journal Talk says B. Harjurine says A. Okay. Let me get back over here. And our answer is C. It takes 20 minutes. 20 minutes for the brain to register. And so, yeah, I hope that's pre GLP-1, because if it's post GLP, right? So we're probably talking about since you on the GLP-1, it's only going to take about 5 or 10 minutes. But pre GLP-1, it definitely takes 20 minutes. You eat for 20 minutes on this medication, you're going to be messed up. All right, this one. How much of the human body is water? A, 30%, B, 60%, or C, 80%? How much of the human body is water? Okay, let's see. Miss Toy says, we didn't finish the trivia. Oh my gosh. Did I really? We must have been on there a long time. Listen, I enjoy this community because time just goes by so fast. Okay, so the answer, let's find out, is B, 60%. 60%. Okay. I guess that explains why they want us to drink half of whatever our body weight is, I suppose. Somebody once said that. Okay, the next question. What is the strongest muscle pound for pound in the body? A, the heart, B, the tongue, C, the glutes. The glutes. Which one? A, B, or C? The strongest muscle pound for pound. Cherie said the correct answer is 80%. I don't care what it says. That's all it's ever been said. Okay. Listen. Sometimes chat don't give you the correct information. I can attest to that. Okay, so don't shoot the messenger. All right, which one is the strongest pound for pound? We've got Felicia saying C. Real Talk with V says A. Miss Toy says A. Harjarine says B. Here we go. The answer is B, the tongue. That's amazing. That right there is amazing, pound for pound. Well, I don't even know how they were able to find that out. That in and of itself is incredible. We know it's very fierce. We know that. Felicia said, "Wow, yeah, that was a wow." Okay, let's see. Best time to weigh yourself for accuracy. We all know this. We should all know this. A, night. B, after breakfast. C, morning after using the bathroom. A, B, or C. Hey Stella, how are you? So glad to have you in the building. Yeah, that's why I say everybody probably knows this one. And it is C. Correct. How many hours of sleep do adults need for weight regulation? I didn't realize that weight regulation is attached to sleep. I know you need sleep, period, but I didn't know weight regulation was attached to it. I just didn't register. So 4 to 5, 6 to 8, 9 to 10. Well, we know it's not A. Hey, Tracy Twan, how are you? So glad to have you in the building. I don't know if you heard, but my color guard came in and all is well. All is well. Okay, so how many hours of sleep do we need? 6 to 8. 6 to 8. Okay. So that's that. So what I wanted to talk about, I know I've been talking about that, and then when you put out that short, oh my God, I think I put that in my comment. When you put that short, I was like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Yes, you did. Just push it real good. I was like, oh my gosh. But I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, by the way, and I'm gonna get to that. Did y'all, Harjarine? Kudos to you. Congratulations to you. Look at the babies coming out. You, Calamity Jane. Well, Joe, Joe's a veteran, and Joe coming out and doing a live collab, which was very, very good. I just love Calamity Jane. I love her. She knows what she knows, her assertiveness. Like she's in that information, when she talks about And rightfully so. I've said it before. When she's been doing this for a long time, with the medications and stuff. Yeah, yeah, it was good. It was really, really good. Kudos to you, Harjarine, and to everybody who was a part of that. That was good. So I wanted to talk about y'all the breaking news. Okay, let me get my little notes. Breaking news. Did y'all know that the GLP medications are having a effect on the food industry? Okay, on the food industry. And the food industry is kind of scrambling. I saw this TikTok that said that some food industries were trying to make foods that would kind of counteract the GLP-1. I don't even know how they would do that, and I don't know that is true. So I went and did some fact checking and research. Chat. I went to chat, and they were, I asked them to give me some data on the GLP-1 and food, like processed food, junk food, yada, yada, yada. So, yes, growing evidence is showing that the GLP-1 medications are influencing food choices. Users report eating smaller portions, we know that, and making healthier choices. And there is a noticeable decline in junk food and fast food purchases. And the trends are the strongest in the first 3 to 6 months of use. Okay. So, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It was great. That collab was great. So I'm excited about that because this is a community that's making an impact as a whole, meaning the GLP-1 community overall. We've talked to Joe, and in the UK, they're, for lack of a better term, Food and Drug Administration is highly involved in the choices that people make. So if you want to buy sugary or highly processed foods that contain a lot of sugar, you have to pay extra for it, and it's not readily available in your local stores. When I did the collab with her, that's what I wanted to talk about because they were losing so much weight on the medication compared, at one time compared to how we were. And that's one of the things that she said. And so that makes a great difference. Um, Oh, Stella says she appreciates all of us. That's so sweet. Toy says, yes, I'm seeing more stuff geared to us at the grocery store. Yeah. For me, the question is, are you just changing your labels? What are you putting in it? Because that was the conversation that V was having on her channel about Zepbound versus Mounjaro. I just felt that a great conversation because the same company makes both medications. So from my point of view, it's like, okay, you're saying that this is different, but how much different is it? It's really the same because that's what most people say. Zepbound and Mounjaro are the same. There's a slight difference in dosage, I believe. Like I think the 10.0 is equivalent to the 12.5 in Zepbound, the 10.0 Mounjaro. I think I heard you Twan talking about that. But it's basically the same medication, but you can get approved on Zepbound for sleep apnea and something else. So that's how I feel about, the food industry right now. Like, what are you really changing? Are you putting in a great effort to change? Like, I feel like they're scrambling right now because it is definitely having an impact. Okay. So let's see. Let me go over here. Let's see. So overall, and let me just show you this. Hold on one second. It's very exciting. Oh, okay. Felicia says, hold on. Felicia says, yes, every food industry is trying to either make GLP-1 friendly food or they're fighting against us. That's why we see protein marketing now. Wow. Okay, let's see. It's a difference in the dose of Wegovy and Ozempic. Okay. Yeah, I thought I heard somebody say, I don't know who, maybe, I don't know who it was. Toy, it wasn't you. It's whoever. Some people have taken like Mounjaro and Zepbound. But let's look at this really quick. Give me a second. I just want to show y'all this. Hold on, I'm sorry for the silence. All right, here we go. So you can see grocery spending changes within 6 months, and they're emphasizing that when a person first gets on it, the industry is noticing the change in the first 3 to 6 months. So grocery spending is dropping 5 to 6% within 6 months. The biggest declines, y'all, are in savory snacks and chips, sweet baked goods and cookies, frozen meals and pizza, soft drinks and sweet. That's good. America is getting healthy on the GLP-1. That's a really great thing. I feel like. What do y'all think? That's why I was like, what? Oh my gosh. Let me see what y'all saying. Yes. Zep and Manjaro are the same. Right. And so that again, that was a conversation that V was having. Yes, Zep and Manjaro are the same. So there's a decline, okay? Fast food and dining out. Users are reporting eating out less often, reduction in fast food spending, especially breakfast and dinner. Yeah, I even said that myself because I I did something where I went back, through my account and realized that I had spent a lot of money. I think it was July. I spent about $300 on fast food and eating out. And I was like, oh no, the devil is a liar. This has got to stop. So just buying, even if you're buying a salad or something, you feel like it's healthy. But if you just go ahead on and make it, I'm learning that. I'm preaching to the choir. If you just go ahead on and make it, it'll be cheaper, easier, healthier, all of the above. May not be easier, but it'll be better for you. A shift toward healthier meal choices when dining out. Yeah, these restaurants are going to have to come up with some, really healthy choices than just salad. Portion sizes are smaller overall. That's a good thing. Let's see. Yes, Harjarine says it's a great thing. Okay. You said when I go into the stores, I go to the protein aisle. V says that's good, but it also makes me think what may be happening in the food industry. Yes, that's my question. Like, what's happening in the food industry? Because when I show you, they're losing a lot of money. Okay. Um, Felicia says it's great. Groceries and fast foods are so expensive nowadays. Absolutely, absolutely, too expensive. You know. So yeah. Behavioral and eating habits are shifting. Increased fruit and vegetable intake. Stores are noticing this. Reduced cravings for processed food. Greater mindfulness about nutrition. Trend stronger among higher income users. Higher income users. I missed that part. They're throwing shade. I mean, it's data. It's data. So it's just, you know. But anyway, and that's kind of valid, even though it's kind of shady at the same time, because some people, their insurances won't pay for the medicine, or they lose so much weight that they won't, that the insurance companies stop paying for it, so then they have to pay out of pocket. Hey, Calamity Jane, how are you? Yes, you said you hardly ever eat out now that you're on Zep bound. Yeah, yeah. Healthier options are so high. That's why I buy protein bars. Yeah. Buy one, get one. Yeah, which is kind of addressing what they're saying. Yeah. That was a great live. We were talking about that, Calamity Jane, that you and Harjarine and Joe did. Yes. Yeah, only on special occasions. Okay, so you said you can't eat fried food anymore without getting sick. Oh, wow. Wow. That has not happened to me. Hey, Auntie Mama is in the building. How you doing, sweetie? Yeah, so this is definitely happening. It's definitely making an impact. And I'm just excited about that. And so the conclusion is yes, GLP-1 users show measurable declines in junk food and fast food purchases. The biggest reductions are in snacks, sweets, frozen meals. Fast food early months show stronger shift, then level off. More research needed on a long-term basis. So that's very impactful. Now let's talk about how much money they're losing. Okay, because that's where it really hurts. When you start messing with the pockets of these industries, then change is going to come about. We already know. Look, when you start messing with the coins, then it's a serious situation. Okay. So let's talk about how much money that they're losing. I was just so excited. I hope y'all as excited as I am about this information. It just made me feel good because sometimes you're just like, well, I've gotten over. I wasn't really fearful about it. About somebody was talking about fear. I wasn't really fearful about the medication. I think that was on Toys Live. I wasn't fearful. I was just fearful that it may not work for me because I've been big for so long. And I'm like, it's going to work. It works for everybody else, but probably when I get ready to use it, it's not going to work for me. That was the type of fear that I had after I got over the initial shock of really injecting myself, which, by the way, sidebar, I was feeling so bad, y'all, from my last injection, my side effects. When I tell you, I was so tired. I think I mentioned that in my last injection video, that I had decided within myself, I was like, I don't think I'm going to take my injection this week because I just started feeling like myself again, feeling some energy, and I made myself some ginger shots. You have to define what works for you. When I do ginger, lemon, and pineapple, and I drink that every morning, I've been drinking that every morning since I made it, either Sunday or Monday. That gives me a boost of energy, big time. And so I was like, I'm finally feeling like myself. I don't even want to take this injection if it's going to make me feel tired like this. I just need to regroup. And then lo and behold, I was supposed to pick it up Monday. They said they don't have it. Pick it up Tuesday. They still didn't have it. Walgreens sent me the notification. It's on delay. So it's Wednesday, which is injection day, and they don't have it. So I'm not taking it today anyway. So my feelings are not hurt. Not in the least. Not in the least. Let me see what y'all saying. Um, Toy says, just listening, but I won't be commenting because I'm grading papers. I don't miss those days, sis. Mercy. What grade you teach? We'll definitely talk about that. I listen. Okay. When I taught high school, I used to get my high flyers. We used to have after school grading parties. They loved it too. Feed them pizza, and they would help me grade. All right, here we go. JC says, I wouldn't be surprised if certain parts of the food industry is slowing down the accessibility of these meds. Hmm. She said, okay, I'll take my tinfoil hat off. I love it. Uh, uh, uh. Felicia said, right, me too. I was scared it wasn't going to work for me. Yeah, that was the kind of fear that I had. And especially like when I got on 2.5 and First I lost 13 pounds, and then after that I stalled. I was about to give up. I was about to give up because I was like, this has worked for everyone but me. So I have to wait, see if it comes in tomorrow. Um, and we'll see how it goes. Somebody mentioned before, take the injection towards the weekend, so in case you feel tired. But yeah, I'm anxious to see now that I'm taking my ginger shots, how that's going to work. She said, put the foil hat back on. So let's look at this money that they're losing, because we know industries do not like to lose money. Okay. That's a no-no. So we talked about the fact that they're losing 5 to 6% in sales. That's significant. 5 to 6% in sales. So rather than to just read it to y'all, I'm just going to pull it up on the screen. Okay, so here we go. Oh, wait, let me go back. Yeah, we talked about that. Oh, yeah, let me back up one. I feel like I'm doing a presentation. All right, so the financial impact on junk food and processed food sales, what a 5% decrease looks like. So when chat first said that, they were declining by 5 to 6%, then I went back in and said, okay, well, what does that look like? We need to know. So there's a decline, like we said, in snack foods, processed foods. Industries generate massive revenues. Definitions vary. Your snack foods, your junk foods, your processed meats, even a small percentage drop equals billions in lost revenues. So, on average in the US, snack food production, y'all, is $49.8 billion a year. That's almost $50 billion, that is, on snacks. Like, who knew? Like, I have an attitude about that because I'm a heavy snacker. Eating is not my problem. Snacking is definitely my problem. Okay. And so I feel some type of way about that. Like, girl, snack food market, including retail and confectionery, 27.5 billion. Processed meats, 39 billion. Snack and adjacent industry, I don't know what that is, $186 billion. That's a lot of money. Okay, let's see. Calamity Jane speaking to Felicia. Oh, that's right. First grade. Yeah. Yeah, them babies can't help you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, V says shake my head. Yeah, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Toy said, that's why I love taking my shot. Every 2 weeks, you need to start picking up your medication right after your third shot. Never wait until you get your fourth shot. Most people can't get it every 20. But see, this is the thing. They have it so now you can't pick it up ahead of time. You cannot pick it up ahead of time. That's my daughter. They told me to move. They told me to move because when I'm sitting over there, and the kitchen is behind me, they can't go into the kitchen. So they're like, look, we need you to move with your exercise, with everything you're doing so that we can still come down to the kitchen. So, yeah. Hey, L. Lewis, how are you? How are you doing? So glad to have you in the building. Felicia's saying, wow, yes, Queen, I love chips. Yeah, you loved chips. Yeah. When you go, you get yours on the third week. Yeah. They just sometimes it says it's too early to pick up. Too early to pick up. Sometimes when you don't snack for a long time and then you go, like, you just maybe have a craving for it, it doesn't have the same feeling that it used to. Somebody is saying hi to to L. Lewis. So yeah, that's a lot of money. So we of course are going to look at what that 5 to 6% looks like. So the impact of a 5% decrease in sales. Snack food production is losing $2.49 billion. Okay. So if this is 50 billion, yeah, 10 billion, blah, blah, blah. Snack food market 1.38. You best believe 1.38 billion. You best believe they are looking, they are in a corporate room right now. If it's on the West Coast, looking and trying to figure out, scrambling what to do. What can we do to make some major changes here? Because we're losing a lot of money. Processed meat losing about 2 billion. Snack and adjacent, whatever that is, 9.3 billion that they're losing. Okay. And so that's a lot. And like V said, I'm wondering exactly what they're doing. Because everybody is not going to operate and say, oh, okay, we're going to take out the sugar. We're going to, they're going to put a GLP-1 label or a protein friendly label or whatever. But if it's still highly processed, it's not going to help us. And then it's going to probably be more expensive. People are speaking. Everybody is speaking. So, yeah, so I feel like, you're even going to have to make your own snacks. Like for a while, I was making granola and it was really good and everybody was loving the granola. But I'm going to have to go back to, just trying to come up with some creative ways for the snacks that I want to eat. I bought some strawberries. I think I want to make some chocolate covered strawberries because when you have a snack craving, you want it to be healthy and you don't want to end up buying a lot of stuff. And just like Twan said, like the protein bars, now I buy them, but they are expensive and they've gone up. When I first started buying protein bars, they were $6 and something a box. Now they're almost $9 a box where I live. I don't know if y'all buy them and how much they are, but they have gone up to like $8.87 a box. And that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So I digress. So that's a lot of money. So that's the takeaways here. 5% decline translates to billions in lost sales. Greatest impact is on ultra processed and junk food categories. Okay, and the small consumer shifts are towards. It's like they're blaming it on the GLP-1 effects, and they can have a major impact on the industry. Now they're saying companies are adapting with new products. Right, but if they're going to be expensive, what good is it? What good is it if they're going to be really expensive? Calamity Jane says that is why I do a lot of one pot or crock pot meals. My white bean and chicken chili has 33 grams of protein and eight carbs. I've been very intentional this week on trying to boost up my carbs. I was looking at Losing It Craze, and she did a video about, the amount of, not carbs, protein, the amount of protein that she was eating, do it for her breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and just keeping it simple. And so just trying to do that. I want to, I'm doing low carbs. That's how I started the channel, and I'll stick with that. But I also want to do healthy eating because all carbs are not unhealthy, you know. So if that can transition also into just healthy eating lifestyle and not even worrying about, the carbs or maybe just the type of carb it is, then that would be great too. Felicia says, if I can find a way to make a high protein, low carb hot Cheeto, you'll be so happy. Oh my God. Please don't even talk about that. Cause listen, when I first started with keto, everything was cheese, cheese and egg, cheese and egg. I got so tired of cheese and egg, you know, the chaffles, the crisp, You can put the cheese in the oven and just let it crisp up until you got to be precise though, because if you go too far, it's gonna burn. But it was supposed to be like a crispy chip. No, it's crispy cheese. Everything was cheese, cheese, cheese. So you should, I don't know about a Cheeto, but you shouldn't have a problem finding a cheesy snack. Clemmy Jane says you can substitute the chicken with something else or more beans if you don't eat meat. Absolutely. Yeah, I've been making beans too. Just, again, trying to boost that protein. Yeah. She says, sound delicious. L. Lewis says, I'm in Texas. Costco and Sam's Club are expensive as well for protein bars. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And so it makes it difficult. And that's why when we looked at that other data, it was saying that the changes are more on, they emphasize a higher income because it's not affordable, it's not easily affordable. So Jane says just pick one meal at a time to alter to whole foods. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Hey, geez, how are you? One of one in the building. So glad to have you in the building. Indeed, indeed. Arjun said you're in Texas as well. Yeah. So yeah, that's I just found that was good news. The fact that we are making an impact. I want to know like about how many people now are in the U.S. as a whole are on the GLP-1. Like you know is it million or whatever? I don't know, but I'll get to that. We'll try to find that out at a later date. So how's everybody's weight loss journey going? Is anybody have any non-scale victories? Anybody having down any pounds? I have not gotten on the scale myself. The last time I got on, I was still in the 20s. So I haven't gained anything. I'm waiting. I'm gonna get on in October after we do these challenges and see. Anybody lost any inches? I did take out 3. I started and took out 2, and then I took out 1 more of the hula hoop. Hajarine, okay, let me see. You said, let's see. Hajarine said we can grab some banana pudding. Hajarine, you started 12.5 today. How is that going? How is it? How's that 12.5 going? V says my non-scale victory is being able to get these 50 squats in. Listen, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see those squats. Do you hear me? No, no, and no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. She said, my 5-year-old is tired of me on YouTube. She came in here and said, blah, blah, blah. Mercy. Mm-mm-mm. I know my girls are tired of me and they're grown. They're grown. They be like peeping around the corner. Is the camera on? Are you live? Is it a video? What? Mom, what are you doing? Because I have one daughter who refuses to be on. Don't put her on the camera for anything. Y'all know Lorna, she doesn't mind. Oh, okay. Figuring out Canva. What? I love Canva. I don't have a problem with Canva. L. Lewis says, I took my hoop with me to Thailand. Down 3 inches. Congratulations. Congratulations. Auntie Mama is laughing. Let's see. Oops, I missed somebody. Felicia says, oh, that's awesome, Margarine. Yeah, 12.5. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm hoping that, after I finish this 10.0, once I get the new box, once I get that one and I finish that, then I'm going to titrate up. I go to the doctor again on the 4th, October 4th, to see the weight loss people and the dietitian, the weight loss nurse practitioner and the dietitian. So I'll tell them I'm ready to do that. And I'm hoping 12.4 can take me all the way through to December. My challenge is to lose 22 pounds. Well, really, I need to lose maybe 24 pounds, 2 more. So I need to lose 24 to 25 pounds by Christmas. That's a big challenge. 24 to 25 pounds by Christmas. That's my goal. And it's not really that bad when you think about it, because this is, let me see, all of October, all of November, and half of December. So that's 2.5 months for 24 pounds. It should be doable. It should absolutely be doable. So if anyone wants to jump in with me, that's my goal. I'm not calling it a challenge. I'm saying I need to lose, and I will lose 24 pounds by the middle of December. Let's see. Harjreen said I had to check with someone to see if they had energy because I have energy today. That's good. JC says yes. Oh, real talk. V says yes. I love the Canva free version. Yeah, I pay for Canva. I had the free version, but I just love Canva. Have you used their AI? Canva has an AI too. It's great. Auntie Mama says yes. The 5-year-old sounds like Uncle Daddy with the blah blah blah. Yeah, some people use different, different apps and stuff, but Canva works for me. And then I have it's a group rate, so you can have like a couple people on it. So a couple of my girls are on it, that type of thing. Thank you. Yes, yes, indeed. Twonderland. Thank you. That's what I'm getting to. Twonderland by December. Okay. That's where we're headed. So I'm excited about that very much so. It shouldn't be that difficult. When I did the 75 soft challenge my way, I lost 18 pounds. So 75 days, that was about 2.5 months. So I should be able to do this. And that was without the GOP. So I should very much be able to do this in that amount of time. It's very, very, very exciting to think about it. So I saw a couple of non-scale victories. Anybody else? Harjreen, did you tell us how the 12.5 was going? Is it strong? Like you said you had energy today. So it didn't make you tired or anything like that. That's good. Sometimes the side effects just hit a little bit different. Yeah, it does. It definitely has the limits. It has limits in the free version. Yeah. Because I was using, I was paying for that. I was paying for chat. And then when Kendi K was on live one time, we were talking about it, I think. And so I stopped paying for chat. But I might go ahead and pay for it again. I might pay for chat again. At first, I was afraid of Chat GPT, but now I'm not afraid of Chat GPT. I really like it. So that's your non-scale victory. Yes, V said that. The squats. Listen, is anybody in pain or is it just me? Because I was in pain, y'all. Pain, pure T pain. Limping pain, moving slow pain. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. No, sir. Mm-mm. Pain. I can't. I can't afford to be in pain. Nobody else in pain from those squats. You gotta listen to your body. I have to listen. Let me put it this way. I have to listen to my body. Okay. My mind says one thing, but my body is like, fool, what you doing? What are you doing? Okay. Don't be no fool, girl. You better act like you know. These knees are 60 plus years old. They've been working a long time. So yeah, I have to be careful with that. I really do. I got excited because I was sitting in the chair. But yeah, I've been still getting on my vibration plate. I haven't been picking up my weights as much. And the hula hoop, that's the new toy. I'm gonna do this. I'm behind on the challenge. I don't know if people are still doing the hula hoop, but I'm doing it. Like I said, I'm behind, but I'm gonna do 7 days of that and try to keep it up and see what changes if I get some inches off from that. And just continue to focus on protein. I've been getting about 20, anywhere between 19 and 25 grams of protein for breakfast. I made Cornish hens for dinner, and guess what? 4 ounces, that's like a quarter of a Cornish hen, was 57 grams of protein. That was phenomenal. Now that was a lot of protein. So just trying to, like I say, be intentional about getting that protein in. I'm gonna have to boil some eggs because I made salad, but salad doesn't really give you protein. It's no carbs or low carbs, but no protein there. So let's see. I'm checking. I have to go over here where I can see the comments, y'all. Let's see. Yeah. No pain, just sore. Yeah. You do the pre-stretching. Okay. Okay. Tamika shared that. I definitely missed that. Yeah, you do the hoop every day. Yeah, I've been doing that. Well, since whenever it was Sunday or Monday. I'm excited about that. Okay. So I don't think I have anything else, guys. That's about all that I have for tonight. Um, Cologuard was good. We're making an impact as a GLP-1 overall community on snacks and stuff. That's good. My membership, I'm in the YouTube partnership program. Any day now, the memberships will come up. I'm trying to figure it out as I go. Um, I don't want to like overdo it and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to give this, I'm going to give that. I am calling my members the Wellness Circle. The Wellness Circle. I like that. And so if you're going to become a member, that means you are joining the Wellness Circle. We are on a journey for wellness, okay? The Saturday menu, I don't know. I don't even know yet. Thanks for asking. Because I'm flying this plane while building it. What can I cook? What can I cook on Saturday? You know what? Speaking of Saturday, I have to do those apple muffins over because I did something. What I did was almond flour. Most people use almond flour for gluten-free products or gluten-free baked goods or whatever. So I mixed almond flour with the oatmeal flour that I made. And of course, oatmeal flour is not gluten-free. So that gave it a definitely different texture. Let me put it that way. It gave a different texture. And so I really wanted, before I put those on my website, I really want to make those over. Okay. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not saying I'm going to do that Saturday, but I do want to make those over. I was looking at some lemon muffins. Maybe I'll make those. I don't know, but I'll figure it out between now and then of what I'm going to do. I wanted to make some ice cream. It's the season to bake, so I want to do some baking and stuff like that. And come up with some good low carb things that taste good. That's the key. If it's going to be low carbs, it still has to taste good. Oh, poppy seeds. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, says I'm ready. Thank you, Auntie Mama. Thank you, Felicia. Yes, the Wellness Circle. Yes, indeed. I appreciate y'all for coming in. Y'all are the best of the best. And yeah. I'll see y'all later. Okay. Let's see. I can't wait to hear your follow up on how many people on GLP-1s. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to ask chat. Everybody enjoy your evening. Thank you. And I will see y'all later in these YouTube streets. Low carb journey, low carb life with your low carb queen. And remember, every day is a new beginning. Bye bye.